All right, so we are going for round 2, take 2 of the metallic bloom, because last time I used a lot of white, and this time I'm going to try to not. So I have about 4.5 ounces of my Let's Resin Fast Cure. I have been letting that sit just to sort of degas itself. I'm going to get that into my 6-inch mold, just like the last time. I'm going to be using slightly different colors this time, just, you know, for variant's sake. Still metallic inks. So that part of the experiment will remain the same. Now the colors that I'm using are metallic violet, pink, copper, turquoise, green, and silver. So I'm going to give these a really good shake. And put the copper in the middle, 4 drops. And I'm going to go a little heavier on the pigment itself as well. So here is the turquoise. And then next will be pink. Ooh, that is pink. Look at that. Pink! Okay, next, I'm going to go around with some silver. Oof. And I'm not going to be horribly pedantic about where I put the colors. I just want the colors in there, you know. The experiment is to see how the metallic inks react in a bloom. So now we're going to go with green. Put a little green in the middle too. And then last but not least will be violet. I am going to go in and put a little bit more of the copper in the middle. All right, now for my white, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use pearl white in there, metallic, and I'm going to put a whole bunch. And then add just the tiniest bit of my Alumilite white, because the white was very dominant in the last project. So I'm going to go ahead and use my stick to stir this up. And it's very white. So I think I want to add a little bit more of the pearl. just to loosen up the white a little bit, make it not as heavy. Okay. So for this, I'm not going to be making, you know, petals per se. What I want to do is I'm just going to go around in swirls. And I like the wiggly lines, the way that they come out, because it makes the edges of the petals wiggly as well. And I've maybe got 10 mil in here. Just going to get into the middle. All right. Get my pokey stick. Break up any blobbies that I see. There's not too many because we used a basic thin stream, so that's good. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to make petals. You know, just going to go from the outside in. Just drag my stick through very lightly, not touching the bottom of the mold because I don't want to scratch it. Wipe off my dotting tool. And then just about halfway on the tops, all right, so there's that. All right, get my tiny torch. Get any bubbles. And I am not turning on the heat mat because I do not want it to cure too fast. I want to give it plenty of time to move. And make those petals and bloom. I am going to go in the middle and just give it a swirl. And that is pretty much it. Gonna clean off my stick. And I will zoom you guys in for a time lapse. I'm just cleaning up my inks, putting them away. All right. for the back coat. And I think I'm going to use a very different color than what I normally do. I'm going to use red gold. So I have 1.5 ounces of resin over here. Get my tiny spoon. Add my red gold powder. Get my gloves on, because it's really hard for me to open those little baggies with gloves on, because my dexterity is not what it used to be. Let's get this all stirred up. I just figured I'd go with the metallic theme again. You know, since I used metallic alcohol inks, I thought I'd use metallic mica powder as the back. So, get that good and stirred up. Alright, ooh, that is a cool color, isn't it? Alright, so let's get this poured on. Make sure that all of my little corners are covered. You know, because we all know that circles have corners, right? Yeah, of course they do. Corners, circle corners. All right, very exciting, I know. So now we wait for this to cure, and I will see you when it's time to demold. See you soon. Good morning. It is time to demold. 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 All right, so let's get this out and see how metallic ink bloom take 2 turned out. So far, so good. The back looks great. All right, are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Okay. It's subtle. It's very wispy. It seems like the metallics just sort of dissipate a lot more than regular alcohol inks. They don't really hold a shape, so to speak. I mean, it's interesting, it's pretty, but yeah, I'm not real sure. So yeah, I mean, you can see the colors this time a lot better. But there's not really any definition to the petals, so this is something that I'm going to have to keep playing with. But it is very pretty. It's very subtle. It's, you know, not very bloomy, just looks sort of watercolory. Yay! Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll be playing with this a bit more. Yeah, so thank you for being here. I appreciate it as always, and I look forward to seeing you in the next project. Take care. Cheers.